site of the 5A State Championship Tournament. And our basketball game this afternoon features the Goddard Lions coming into this afternoon's basketball game with an outstanding 18-4 record on the season. The Lions have won their last 9 games in a row, and they're going to be taking on the Highland Park Scotties of Topeka. And Highland Park comes into this afternoon's basketball game with a 13-9 record under head coach Ken Darding. And Topeka Highland Park plays in a very tough league, so that 13-9 record could be pretty deceiving. Of course, the Goddard Lions play in the Chisholm Trail League, and a bunch of teams out of the Chisholm Trail League have qualified for the state tournament once again. Valley Center and Goddard in the 5A tournament, in the 4A tournament, Circle, Kingman, and Augusta all qualifying for the 4A state tournament. So the Chisholm Trail League very well represented in this state championship action. This will be the very first game of the tournament, 3 o'clock, the opener. The game that wins this afternoon will get to play 2 more basketball games. They'll be playing in the semifinals on Friday, and either the consolation or the championship on Saturday. The team that loses, their season comes to an abrupt end. Now, just a quick rundown of the ball games we have coming your way. Of course, K-State is on Oldies 94.7 right now. Coming up a little bit later on will be our coverage of the Sterling College Lady Warriors at the NAIA Division II National Championship Tournament in Sioux City, Iowa. On KSKU, a game getting ready to tip off will be Hutch High, the ladies taking on Olathe East, and Aaron West there to bring you the exciting play-by-play from Emporia. The Hutch High Lady Salthawks tipping off at 3 o'clock. Our ball game, Goddard versus Highland Park. At 4:45, we'll have Mount. And welcome back to the Landon Arena at the Kansas Expo Center in Topeka, site of the 5A state tournament. And let's look at the 2 ball clubs that are scoring off this afternoon in this first ball game. First, let's take a look at the Goddard Lions. As we said, the Goddard Lions are on a 9-game winning streak coming into the tournament. To get to the state tournament, they had to beat Liberal in the first round. They won easily, 60-29. Then they had a real tough ball game on their hand as they beat Bishop Carroll at Bishop Carroll. And I was talking to head coach Dan Buchanan, and he said that's quite a pit to play basketball in. But Goddard scored 87 points against Bishop Carroll to advance onto the state tournament. They come in with an 18-4 record. Highland Park beat a very good Kansas City Schlegel basketball team, 61-45. Then Highland Park beat Kansas City Washington 52-51 to just squeak by and to get into this tournament. Highland Park comes in with a 13-9 record. And this is the 3rd time in the last 4 years that Goddard has made it to the state tournament. Their starting 5 will be Jeff Shepard, a 5'11 senior. Jeff is averaging 2 rebounds and 10 points per contest. Kyle Markham, a 6-foot senior. He's averaging 15 points a game and 5 rebounds a contest. Aaron Page, a 6'3 senior, averaging 13 points a ball game and 7 rebounds. Tyler Bider, a 6'1 senior, averaging 11 points per ball game, 2 rebounds, and 5 assists per contest. And Matt Hosey, a 6'4 senior, averaging 6.5 points a ball game and 5 rebounds. Other top players for the Lions include Ryan Richards, a 6'4 senior, averaging 3 points a game and 3 rebounds per contest, along with Anthony Quattlebaum. Anthony, a 6'3 senior, averaging 2 points and 2 rebounds a contest. Other top subs include Andrew Womack, a 6'2 junior, Josh Riesco, a 6-foot junior, Ryan Bohanna, a 6'1 sophomore, Antoine Seymour, a 6'2 junior, and Austin Burns, a 6-foot junior. For the Highland Park Scotties of Topeka under head coach Ken Darding, their starting 5 looks like this. It's Buster Miller, a 5'7 junior, averaging 7.5 points a game and 4 assists per contest. Troy Hofer, a 6'2 junior, averaging 13 points a game and 3.5 rebounds. Tyrell Reed, a 6'2 junior, averaging 8 points a game and 2.5 rebounds per contest. Robert Townsend, a 6'1 senior, the big scorer for the Scots, 20 points per ball game, 5 rebounds a contest. And James Smith, a 6'2 senior, averaging 11 points a game and 6 rebounds. Top sub includes James Williams, a 6'4 sophomore at 6.5 points a ball game. Other players include Aaron Neal, a 5'9 senior, Antoine Harness, a 5'9 junior, Doug Anderson, a 5'9 junior, Eric Cameron, a 6-foot senior, Hank Harris, a 5'9 freshman, and Andy Jones, a 6'4 senior. That's a look at the rosters for this afternoon's basketball game. The Highland Park Scotties 13-9 under Ken Darding taking on the Goddard Lions 18-4. We'll be back with more pregame after this timeout.
Basketball tournament. The visiting team on your scoreboard will be the Highland Park Scots, and the home team, the Goddard Lions. Introducing the coaches for the Highland Park Scots, assistant coach Jim Bowersfeld. Assistant coach Hank Harris. Assistant coach David Horn. Team manager Cassandra Lindsay. The Scots number 12, Troy Cooper. For the Lions number 12, Kyle Markham. For the Scots number 20, Tyrell Reed.
The Highland Park Scotties at home. Of course, they don't usually play here at the Expo Center. And the Goddard Lions, actually the Goddard Lions are the home team in this afternoon's contest, and Highland Park the visitors. And we are going to have a performance of the national anthem coming up in here in just a moment. And we'll listen into that performance, but we're just a few moments away from the tip-off of this basketball game.
National anthem performed by under the direction of Nancy Ebbing.
This basketball game is just about ready to get started. The Highland Park Scotties in their traveling uniforms, and the Goddard Lions in the home white, trimmed in blue. The Scotties in their green uniforms, trimmed in white and black. Well, actually red and white. Highland Park kind of on the southeast side of Topeka. And Goddard, of course, on the west side of Wichita. A couple of teams that don't normally see each other. Jumping center for the Scots will be James Smith, the 6'2 senior. And we're just about ready for basketball. Stepping into jump center for the Lions will be Matt Hosey. Matt Hosey at 6'4", Smith at 6'2". I'll tell you what, they look just about the same size. So this ball game just about ready to get started. The ball is up in the air, and the tip's controlled by Highland Park. To start the basketball game, Townsend gives off to Buster Miller. Miller working with in the forecourt, gives off on the near side to Terrell Reed. Reed off to Hofer. Troy Hofer with the basketball. Now back out top to Miller. Miller near side. There's a drive by Hofer to the basket. Pulls up for an 8-footer. Partially blocked. Rebound Hosey. Hosey clears the boards. Gives off to Tyler Bider. There's a three-point shot. Up and good by Kyle Markham. And so it's a quick start for the Goddard Lions. A quick start for the Lions. They jump out 3-0. With the basketball, Townsend penetrates the lane, running one-hander, off no good. Townsend gets his own rebound, follow shots up and good. Townsend, the leading scorer for the Scots, 20 points a ball game across the timeline. Bider at the top of the key. Now we're going to have a whistle and a traveling call against Matt Hosey and a turnover against the Goddard Lions. The key on the basketball will be Troy Hofer. Hofer gives the basketball off to Buster Miller, a 5'7 junior for Highland Park. With the basketball far side, Townsend, he thought about a three. Now kicks it out to Terrell Reed. Reed penetrates the lane, forces up a shot off the glass, no good. Ball tipped around, picked up, follow shots up and good by James Smith. So Highland Park has the lead 4-3 across the timeline. Bider, now there's a bad pass, but saved by Hosey in the forecourt. Hosey almost traveled with it, but gives off to Markham. Markham dribbles to the near side with the basketball out top to Hosey. On the far side now to Bider. They go inside, shot up off the glass, won't go by Aaron Page, and the rebound pulled in by Highland Park. On the attack is Townsend. Townsend to the top of the key, drives the lane, lays it off the glass, won't go. Ball tipped around, contact, and a foul called underneath. And the foul's going to be against Highland Park. And the official hits to the scoring table, and it's going to be against James Smith, his first personal foul of the ball game. So Goddard will get the basketball. Highland Park falls back into a half-court defense. Across the timeline with it is Bider. On the near side to Page. Page penetrates. Now bounce pass and a bad pass. Oh my goodness, hitting the floor really hard. It's Jeff Shepard. He is still on the floor at the other end. The shot's up, blocked by Bider. And now the officials call timeout. And Jeff Shepard hit the floor really hard, and he's up limping to the bench. And now he's going to jog off the court, but he hit the floor with a thud. And into the lineup now for Goddard will be Andrew Womack, a 6'2 junior, checking into the lineup for the Lions. Lions have the basketball, trailing by 1. On the far side with it is Bider. Bider now on the near side. They give off to Markham. Inside, outside. On the far side now to Bider. Bider in the lane to Page. Page, there's the three-point shot. It's up and good by Kyle Markham. Markham hits his second three-pointer of the ball game. He's the leading scorer for the Lions, averaging 15 points a game. Now with the basketball, Townsend. Now they work it around near side to Hofer. Skip pass, cross court, out of the corner for three. It's up, it's short, no good by Townsend. Follow shot by Townsend's up and good. And we are all tied up at 6-6. Penetrating is Tyler Bider, dishes off the corner, now bounce pass to Page, out top to Hosey, 15-footer off the iron, no good. Rebound Townsend. Townsend pushes the ball up court quickly to Smith, running one-hander off the glass, no good. Contact, no foul. The rebound hauled in by Bider. Long lead pass down court to Markham, layup off the glass, won't go. And the rebound hauled in by Smith. Going back the other way, it's Townsend. Scotty's out top to Miller. Miller penetrates, tries to, and walks with the basketball. A turnover. Back into the lineup for Goddard will be Jeff Shepard, and checking in for the Scotties will be Aaron Neal, and also checking in will be James Williams. 5:09 remaining in the first quarter of play. 6-6 our score. Bider brings it across the timeline, gives off to Shepard on the near side. Now to Markham. Lob pass, skip pass. There's Markham for three. It's up, it's off the iron, no good. Rebound battled for, and Shepard almost saved it, but it goes out of bounds, and it'll be Highland Park's basketball. Now checking into the Goddard lineup will be Ryan Richards, a 6'4" senior, and he will replace Matt Hosey. With the basketball in the backcourt, it's Miller. Miller brings it across the timeline, gives off on the near side to Neal. Out top now to Williams. On the far side to Townsend. Townsend to Hofer, makes a move in the lane, dishes off underneath, shots up, partially blocked, eye off the backboard, rebound pulled in by Aaron Page. Page gives the basketball off to Bider. Bider brings it across the timeline, now gets tripped up. The ball's taken away. Neal steals the basketball. I think their feet got tangled up. And it's a turnover against the Lions. Now Townsend drives the court. A whistle and a blocking foul is going to be called against Aaron Page, and that will be his first foul. An aggressive move to the basket by Highland Park. The key on the basketball will be Robert Townsend. Checking into the lineup now will be Doug Anderson, a 5'9" junior for the Scotties, and he will replace Buster Miller. 4:23 left to go in the first quarter of play. You're listening to Kicks 106, KXKU, Lions, Hutchinson, McPherson. Now there's a long three-point shot by Townsend, up and good. Robert Townsend nails a three-pointer. He has 7 of the 9 points for the Scotties. Quick pass underneath, wide open is Aaron Page. He gets the layup, good. A nice pass inside. Aaron Page was wide open and he banks it in. 9-8, Scots with a 1-point lead. With the basketball out top is Williams. On the far side, Hofer makes the spin move, out of control, and it's a traveling call against Highland Park. And now we have a whistle, and checking into the lineup will be Tyrell Reed, a 6'2" junior, checking back into the starting 5 for the Highland Park Scots. And also checking in, Matt Hosey, checking in for the Goddard Lions. 3 minutes and 56 seconds left to go in the first quarter of play. We've got a good one. Highland Park with the 1-point lead. Goddard with the basketball. Markham on the near side. Out top to Hosey. Far side to Bider. Underneath, shots up. Good! Oh, they're going to wave it off and say he traveled. Aaron Page has been whistled for traveling, and they wave the basket off, and he is just dumbfounded with the basketball. Robert Townsend brings it across the timeline. Now Townsend carried the basketball. Yep, he carried it, and the official caught it. And it's going to be a turnover against Highland Park. Townsend's a great athlete. You can tell by watching. He's got some great moves. But that time he carried it about half a step, just picked it up. Bider on the far side, drives, now kicks it back out top to Page. Page launches a three-pointer. It's off the heel, no good. Rebound Shepard. Shepard kicks it back out to Markham, drives, now back out top. Shots up. Good by Jeff Shepard. Shepard drains a tray. And Goddard leads 11-9 with the basketball near side. It's Reed out top to Townsend. Townsend gives back to Williams. Now to Hofer. Hofer gives off to Tyrell Reed. He drives to the basket, pulls up for a 10-footer. In and out, no good. Rebound battle for. Hofer follows it up and gets it. Troy Hofer gets his first 2 points of the ball game, and it's 11-11 with the basketball near side. Jeff Shepard for three. Count it, bingo! Jeff Shepard's got his second three-pointer of the afternoon, and Goddard leads 14-11. Townsend at the top of the key, near side to Neal. Neal gives off to Williams. On the far side, they working around to Horn to Townsend. Townsend launches from 17, nothing but net. Robert Townsend has got 9 points in this basketball game. It's a 1-point lead for Goddard. There's a drive to the basket and a charging foul called against Tyler Bider. Tyler Bider aggressively taking it to the hole, whistle for charging. And now we have 3 Scots getting ready to check into the lineup. To come in will be James Smith, Hank Harris, and also, well, let me see, who's the third player going to be? Third player will be Buster Miller coming back into the lineup. And now the officials take some towels to mop up some perspiration on the floor. 2 minutes and 32 seconds left to go in the first quarter of play. And our score is Goddard 14 and Highland Park 13. You're listening to Cliff Shank, bringing you the play-by-play of this afternoon's ball game. Buster Miller brings it up across the timeline. Gives off on the near side to James Williams. Williams in the corner to Reed. Out top, Smith, three-pointer, off, no good. Rebound battled for. Coming up the basketball, we're going to have a jump ball call between Aaron Page and James Smith, and the possession arrow points to the Lions. Goddard 14, Highland Park 13. Lions have the basketball. Tyler Bider brings it up across the timeline, working with it, now gives off on the far side to Kyle Markham. Markham out top to Hosey. Near side to Bider. Bider back out top. Long three-point shots off the front iron, no good by Shepard. Rebound battled for. Follow shots up and good by Matt Hosey. Tough rebound by the big 6'4" senior. Goddard has a three-point lead, 16-13. With the basketball out top, Buster Miller. Miller far side to Reed. Reed out top now to Williams. Williams makes a move in the lane, kicks it out to Miller. Shots up, in and out, no good. Rebound battled for. Follow shots up. We have a whistle and a foul called underneath against the Lions. The foul is going to be called against Matt Hosey. That's his first personal foul. Will not be a shooting foul. Coming into the lineup for Goddard will be Andrew Womack, and checking in for Highland Park is Robert Townsend. The key in the basketball, Buster Miller on the baseline. Miller lobs it into Townsend near side, fakes a three. Now kicks it over on the far side to Williams. Now back out top to Reed. And we have a traveling call against Terrell Reed, trying to make a quick move. He didn't get the ball down in time. And our score is Goddard 16, Highland Park 13. A minute 36 left to go in the first quarter. You're listening to KXKU, Kicks 106. With the basketball in the backcourt, it's Tyler Bider. Bider gives off on the near side to Jeff Shepard. Shepard out top to Hosey. Hosey dribbles once, hands the ball off to Shepard. Shepard penetrates the lane, makes a move, shot partially blocked, rebound hauled in by James Smith. Smith, outlet pass to Buster Miller. Miller working with it on the far side. Kicks it out top to Townsend. Near side to Williams. Inside shot knocked away by Reed, took it, and Goddard comes up with the basketball. Aaron Page has it. Now hands it back to Tyler Bider. Tyler brings it up across the timeline. Picked up out top by Townsend. Out over to Page. On the far side now to Shepard. Shepard goes inside to Hosey. Ball knocked loose, and Miller comes up with the basketball. Miller pushes up the far sidelines now to Smith. Smith on the baseline, 15-footer, too strong. Rebound hauled in by Page for the Lions. On the attack, Bider brings it up the near side, puts one finger in the air, and the Lions are going to spread out the offense and hold for one last shot. Shepard with the basketball between the rings, dribbling. Now picked up by Townsend, gives off to Bider. Townsend out there applying the pressure. And near side, they hand the ball off to Andrew Womack. Womack in the corner to Bider. We're at 19 seconds left. And Highland Park set up in a zone right now with the basketball. It's Bider. Bider puts the thumbs down, almost had the ball knocked loose. Save. There's a 15-foot jumper off the glass, no good. Rebound Townsend, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. There's a long 30-foot shot off the glass, no good. And the first quarter has come to an end. And our score at the end of one, we've got a good one. It's the Goddard Lions 16 and the Highland Park Scots 13. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout. Welcome back to Topeka. Highland Park has the basketball to start the second quarter with the ball on the far side. Eric Cameron now out top to James Williams. Now back to Cameron. Cameron looking inside, kicks it out top to Hofer. Troy Hofer near side to Robert Townsend. Townsend gives to Williams at the top the key. On the far side, it's Cameron. Cameron to Miller. Miller drives, puts up a 15-footer, won't go. Rebound hauled in by Andrew Womack. Down court quickly, Tyler Binder working with it on the near side. Now on the far side, they give off to Markham. Markham drives the baseline, 10-footer, swish! Kyle Markham gets his first two-pointer. He has 2 threes to go along with it. He's got 8 points in the ball game. And Goddard leads 18-13 with the basketball. Townsend out top, lost the dribble, now gives off to Miller. Miller between the rings, gives off on the near side to Troy Hofer. Hofer dribbling the basketball, bounce pass to Townsend. Townsend puts it on the floor, drives, puts up a 17-footer, won't go. Ball rebounded by James Williams. Williams resets the offense, gives out top to Miller. Now to Townsend. Townsend gives off far side to Hofer. Hofer fakes the drive, now kicks it back to Williams. Near side to Miller. Now they go inside. Townsend makes a move, shoots and scores. Robert Townsend now with 11 points in the ball game, 18-15 our score. Bider drives, dishes off the lane to Quattlebaum. He can't handle it, turnover. Troy Hofer drives down court, goes up strong, off the glass, no good. And the ball goes out of bounds, touched last by the Goddard Lions. And it will be Highland Park's basketball. 6 minutes and 26 seconds left to go in the first half of play. Inbounds pass deflected and knocked out of bounds. Good hustling effort by Tyler Bider. I can hear you guys in the background. With the basketball is Buster Miller. Miller gives off on the far side. There's a pass inside. Hofer makes a move, forces up a shot, and walks with the basketball. A turnover against Highland Park. 6 minutes and 18 seconds left to go in the first half of play. 18-15 our score. With the basketball, it's Tyler Bider. Bider brings it across the timeline, near side to Kyle Markham. Markham drives the baseline, quick pass. Page from 15, shots up, won't go, bounces high in the air, rebound knocked loose, picked up by Buster Miller. Miller pushes the ball up the far sidelines, working with it in the forecourt. Out top to Townsend for a long three, no good. Townsend gets his own rebound and shoots and scores. Townsend gets his 13th point of the ball game. He has scored 13 of the 17 points for the Scots of Highland Park High School. With the basketball on the far side, it is Kyle Markham out top to Hosey, near side to Bider. Pass stolen by Hofer. Outlet pass to Townsend. Townsend drives into the lane, pulls up for a 15-footer and gets it. Oh my goodness, Robert Townsend's got 15 points in this ball game, and Goddard wants a timeout. They got to figure out a way to slow down Robert Townsend. Dan Buchanan up, calls time. Our score is Highland Park 19, Goddard 18, 5:29 left to go in the first half. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout. Back to the Landon Arena at the Kansas Expo Center. Goddard has the basketball. 5 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the first half. On the far side, it's Markham. Out top to Page. Near side, Bider drives, goes up the shot, and it's knocked out of here by Robert Townsend or Williams. I'm not sure which one, but there's a beautiful block. And it's going to be Goddard's basketball. Shepard keys it in out top. Markham for three. It's up, it's off, no good. Now Markham gets tripped up. Now he trips up Troy Hofer. No foul called either direction. Miller with the basketball across the timeline. Dribbles to the far side. Lions down by one. They had a three-point lead at the end of the first quarter. There's a steal by Kyle Markham. Markham drives the basket, goes up off the glass, scores, and he's fouled. So Kyle Markham gets the layup. The foul is called against Eric Cameron. And Kyle Markham will have a chance for an old-fashioned three-point play. Kyle Markham now with 10 points in the ball game. Quite a battle between Kyle Markham and Robert Townsend. Townsend with 15 points. Markham looking for his 11th point. Goddard with a 1-point lead, 20-19. 4:57 left to go in the first half of play. Markham's free throws up, and it's perfect. So Markham now with 11 points. And across the timeline, Miller on the far side gives off to Williams. Out top to Hofer. Long three-point shot, off no good. Rebound, follow shot, off no good by Cameron. Follow shot tipped around, and Bider comes up the basketball. Lead pass to Jeff Shepard. Now Shepard has the ball stripped away by Buster Miller. And Miller now runs into one of his own players, and Hofer picks it up. Now to Townsend. Townsend launches a three-point shot. It's off no good. Hofer forces up a follow shot, no good, and a foul called. And things getting a little ragged out there. A very aggressive, hard-fought ball game being played by both of these schools. The foul is going to be called against Tyler Bider. That will be his second personal foul. And that is the fourth team foul against the Lions. At the free throw line, Troy Hofer, 2 points in the ball game. This will be his first free throw attempt. The free throw's up, and it crawls in good. So Hofer has 3 points, and he has a chance to tie up this basketball game. Into the lineup now is Ryan Richards for Goddard and another player. Second free throw by Hofer's up and good. And so we are tied at 21-21. 4:25 left to go in the first half of play. Across the timeline, it's Shepard. Gives off on the near side to Womack. Now ball knocked loose and retrieved out top with the basketball, Jeff Shepard. Shepard near side to Kyle Markham. Markham gives off to Ryan Richards. Richard, far side. Now there's a drive by Womack. Gives back. Shot for three. Off no good by Markham. Rebound hauled in by Troy Hofer for Highland Park. Outlet pass to Robert Townsend. Townsend working with it. Pulls up for a 15-footer. Won't go. Rebound battled for. And coming down with the basketball is Cameron. Now it's knocked loose. And Jeff Shepard comes away with the basketball for the Goddard Lions. Shepard brings it across the timeline. Bounce pass to Page in the lane. Now back out top to Shepard. Near side to Kyle Markham. On the far side, Richards. Now ball almost knocked loose, but Shepard saves it. Page open from 15 on the baseline. In and out, no good. Rebound, Buster Miller. Miller pushes the basketball up across the timeline for the Scotties. On the far side to Hofer. Hofer penetrates, goes up aggressively. Contact and a foul called. That foul could have been a charge as Hofer really went after the basket, but they call a personal against Aaron Page, and that will be his second personal foul. We're all tied up at 21-21 with 3:18 left to go in the first half of play. At the free throw line is Troy Hofer. Free throws up and good. So Hofer gets his fifth point of the ball game and puts Highland Park on top. Back in the lineup for the Scots is Terrell Reed. 22-21. Now we have coming into the lineup for the Goddard Lions, Tyler Bider, and he replaces Andrew Womack. Troy Hofer at the free throw line. It's up and it's off, no good. With the rebound, Ryan Richards clears the board for the Lions. Now there's a drive by Mark and running one-hander, a little out of control, but missing. Follow shot won't go. Another follow shot by Page is up and good. And the basket's going to count. Aaron Page with the tough basket, and he draws the foul. He'll have a chance for an old-fashioned three-point play. The foul's going to be called against Eric Cameron, and that's his second personal foul. So Aaron Page has a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. The shot is up, and it's in and out, no good. Rebound, Troy Hofer. Hofer gives the basketball to Buster Miller. Miller brings it across the timeline. 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Goddard with a 1-point lead. There's a lob pass inside, deflected, but saved by Terrell Reed. Kicks it outside to Troy Hofer. Now to Miller. Miller dribbles near side, gives off to Williams. Williams kicks it back out top to Townsend. Far side to Miller. Miller in the deep corner to Hofer. Troy Hofer skip pass near side to Miller. He drives the baseline, goes up strong. Shot blocked, contact, a foul called. And I believe we're going to have a charging foul against Buster Miller as he aggressively attacked the basket and gets whistled for the charge. Now we have a whistle and a timeout called. The officials want to talk it over at the scorers table. Our score is Goddard 23, Highland Park 22. And I'm not sure exactly what the timeout is, but some discussion going on at the scorers table. 5 team fouls against Goddard, 4 against Highland Park. Now a couple of the officials meet at the center circle to discuss something. And we're across the way from the official scorers table, so we're not really sure what the conversation's about. 23-22 our score. Quite a battle between Robert Townsend and Kyle Markham. Townsend with 15 points, Markham with 11 points. Robert Townsend leading all scorers. 15 of the 22 points for the Scots. Checking into the lineup now for Goddard is Matt Hosey, and he replaces Ryan Richards. And coaches, I'm not sure what's up. The head coach, Ken Darding for Highland Park, telling his players to stay on the bench. And I'm not sure what was going on. Kyle Markham gives off to Jeff Shepard. Back in the corner to Markham for three. It's up. It's off the side of the backboard. No good. Page with the follow shot. Bounces off the rim. No good. Ball battled for, tipped around, and picked up by Townsend. Goddard had a couple cracks at it, but couldn't get anything to fall. Now Townsend behind the back almost loses it. Kicks it out top to Williams. Near side to Miller for three. It's up. It's off. No good. Rebound follow shot blocked. Terrell Reed tried to follow. Now another follow shot by Williams will go. Troy Hofer forces up the shot, won't go. And the ball is finally a jump ball called. And the possession arrow is going to point to the Goddard Lions. So Highland Park had a couple cracks at the basket. Three, couldn't get it. And a real struggle for that rebound under the glass. with the basketball. Tyler Bider brings it across the timeline. Near side to Jeff Shepard. Back to Bider. On the far side now, Markham with it. Now going for a steal. Townsend just plowed into Bider. No foul called. Now he drives, puts up a 15-footer, and gets it. Tyler Bider took advantage. Townsend went for the steal. After he missed, Bider drove and put up a 15-footer and knocks it down. Goddard leads 25-22. A minute and a half left to go in the first half. With the basketball, Townsend now gives off to Miller. On the far side to Reed. Reed has the ball knocked out of his hands, kicks it back out top to Miller. Near side to Townsend. There's a three-point shot. It's off to the left, no good. Rebound tipped around, goes out of bounds. A couple players hit the floor, and like I say, very physical underneath, going for the rebound. It's going to be Highland Park's basketball. Touch last by the Lions. Into the lineup, Andrew Womack for Goddard, and checking in for Highland Park, I believe, is James Smith. Miller to key on the basketball. Bounce pass underneath. Reed shots up, off, no good. Foul called. Reed will go to the free throw line to shoot two. Foul's going to be called against Aaron Page. And they say that is number 2 against Aaron Page. 16 foul against the Goddard Lions. But Reed at the line to shoot two as he was fouled in the act of shooting. A minute 12 left to go in the first half of play. You're listening to Kicks 106. Free throws up and good. Terrell Reed gets his first point of the ball game, and it's now 25-23. This game has been close from the get-go. Second free throw by Reed's on the way. Off too strong, no good. Rebound, Jeff Shepard. Shepard brings the ball up across the timeline for the Lions. Top the key, near side. Now they go inside to Page, back outside to Shepard. Shepard makes a move in the lane. Now dishes off to Hosey. Ball knocked out, picked up by Page. Now Page is going to be whistled for traveling. 59 seconds left to go in the first half of play. 25-23. Goddard with a 2-point lead. Highland Park with the basketball. Near side, Robert Townsend gives off to Williams. Turnaround jump shot, whistle, and a charging foul called against James Smith. James Smith whistled for the charge. That will be his second foul. And they are not putting the fouls on the scoreboard, so we'll keep our eye on it. 25-23 our score. 44 seconds left to go in the first half of play. A great ball game. With the basketball far side, Markham. The winner plays 2 more. The loser gets ready for track. With the basketball near side, it's Shepard. Shepard drives, dishes off, ball deflected, picked up by Townsend. Townsend now has the ball knocked away, but saves it, drives, lays it up, and scores. Townsend gets his 17th point of the ball game, and we're tied at 25-25. 20 seconds left to go in the first half of play. And it looks like the Lions are going to want to hold for one last shot. Near side, Womack. Womack gives off to, Womack keeps it, now needs to get rid of it. Gives off to Page. 4 seconds left. There's a drive, ball knocked loose, and a shot before the buzzer is off, no good. And we're tied at halftime. So we played 16 minutes of basketball and have decided absolutely nothing. We're tied up at 25-25. A very, very good basketball game to kick off this 5A state championship tournament in Topeka. We'll be back in 2 minutes with a recap of the scoring in the first half of this ball game. The second half just about ready to get underway. The Goddard Lions and the Highland Park Scotties all tied up at 25-25. And I'm sure head coach Dan Buchanan trying to figure out a way to slow down Robert Townsend. 17 points in the first half. Townsend, a huge first half of basketball for the Scots. Of course, the Goddard Lions, Kyle Markham with 11 points in the first half of play. So the third quarter just about ready to get underway, and looks like Highland Park will have the basketball to start the second half of play. To key in the basketball for Highland Park will be Troy Hofer. They reset the clock, and we're just about ready to go. There's the inbounds pass to Buster Miller, and the quarter is underway. With the basketball now on the near side, it's Tyrell Reed out top to Miller. Looks like Goddard's going to set up in a zone to start the second half. Well, maybe. We'll see what they're setting up with. Tyrell Reed on the near side. I think that maybe they're doing a box and one. I think that's what Dan Buchanan's going to look at, a box and one here in the second half. with the basketball out of the corner for three. Shots up and good for Terrell Reed. Terrell Reed knocks down a three-pointer, and Highland Park leads 28-25. Driving the basket, Bider kicks it back to Hosey. Hosey to Page, 15-footer on the baseline. It's perfect. Aaron Page gets his 6th point of the game, and it's a 1-point lead for Highland Park, and they have the basketball. With the basketball, Miller brings it across the timeline, gives off on the far side to Townsend. Townsend now kicks it over to Terrell Reed. Near side to Troy Hofer, drives in aggressively, puts up a shot and scores. Troy Hofer just took it to the cup and scored. A nice move, 30-27. Now a ball stripped from behind. Aaron Page loses the basketball. Miller, a nice steal. Gives off on the near side. There's a drive, the basket by Hofer. Shots up and good. And Hofer, man, he ought to be the fullback for Highland Park. He just takes it right to the basket. And Highland Park now leads by 5, 32-27. A good start for the Highland Park Scots. With the basketball near side, Markham. Out top to Hosey, far side to Bider. Bider working with the basketball, dribbles once, now goes inside to Page. Back to Hosey, out top to Bider. Bider makes a move, kicks it off in the corner to Markham for three. It's way off the mark, no good. Rebound, Hofer. Hofer gives the basketball to Townsend. Townsend with the basketball. Tries to make a move, shut off now by Kyle Markham. Near side to Terrell Reed. Reed gives off out top to James Smith. Smith makes a move in the lane, goes up strong, shoots and scores. And now Highland Park has a 7-point lead, 34-27. And Dan Buchanan wants to talk it over with the Lions. Our score is Highland Park 34, Goddard 27. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout. Welcome back to the Landon Arena. There's a shot up off the glass, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Highland Park. James Smith comes away with the basketball. Now gives off on the far side to Terrell Reed. There's a jumper out of the corner. It's off the side of the backboard, no good. Tipped around, picked up in the lane by Smith. Contact and a foul called. And let's see, now the officials are going to talk it over and the discussion taking place. And the basketball is going to go to Highland Park. A foul's going to be called against Goddard. Foul's been called against Matt Hosey. To key in the basketball will be Buster Miller. And Highland Park's jumped out to a quick 7-point lead. Inbounds pass to Smith. Now to Miller. Shots in and out, no good. Follow shot by Smith is up and good. The basket counts. And Smith got fouled. He'll have a chance for a 3-point play. And Highland Park has turned it up a notch here in the second half. And Goddard's been rocked back. They now trail by 9, 36-27. And James Smith has a chance to put the Scotties up by 10. Into the lineup, Aaron Page for Goddard. James Smith at the free throw line. 6'2" senior, 6 points tonight. 5:33 left to go in the third quarter. Free throws up and good. So Smith knocks it down. He has 7 points with the basketball. In the backcourt, it's Binder. Binder brings it across the timeline. Out top to Hosey. Hosey working with it. Quick pass underneath to Page. Layup, good. Good high percentage basket by Goddard that time. And it's 37-29. The basketball near side, it's Miller. Miller out top to Reed. On the far side to Townsend. Townsend aggressively attacks, puts up a shot. Short, rebound hauled in by the Lions. Jeff Shepard. Shepard brings it up across the timeline. Top the key. Beautiful bounce pass underneath the Page. Reverse layup won't go. Foul call. Page will go to the line to shoot 2. We'll see who they get the foul on. Foul's going to be called against James Smith. And I have that as number 3 against James Smith. Number 3 against James Smith. At the free throw line, Aaron Page. He's 0 for 1 at the free throw line, has 8 points this afternoon. Free throws up and good. Page now with 9 points. Into the lineup for Goddard is Ryan Richards. And checking in for the Scots is Terrell Reed. Also Eric Cameron on the floor. Second free throw's up, hits around and through. Bounced around a couple times and finally fell through. and it's now 37-31. There's a steal by Tyler Bider. Bider goes sliding up over the scorer's table, going after the basketball, but it's picked up in the backcourt by Buster Miller, and the Scots keep possession of the ball. Near side to Townsend, underneath to Smith, and we have contact and a traveling call against James Smith. He took a step and then made his move. 4:44 left to go in the third quarter of play. 37-31 our score. Bider working with the basketball between the rings, comes near side, drives to the baseline, kicks it off far side to Markham for three. It's up, it's off, no good. Follow shot's up and good by Ryan Richards, and he gets his first 2 points of the ball game. And Goddard has battled back. They were down by 10, and now the lead is 4. With the basketball on the near side is James Smith. Out top to Miller. And now we have a whistle and a foul called away from the shot. And Miller had just launched the shot when the whistle blew. And a foul called against the Scots. The foul called against Terrell Reed. It's his first. And Reed whistled for the foul away from the basketball. And Goddard gets it back now, trailing by 4. The Lions were down by 10 a moment ago, and they've gone on a run of 6 unanswered points. With the basketball out top, Shepard, far side to Bider. Bider at the top, the key, makes a move, now kicks it back, cross court to Markham. Markham backs off, comes to the near side, drives with the basketball, lays off the glass, partially blocked. Miller comes up with the loose ball, down court to Cameron. Now he backs out, waits for reinforcements, gives off to Reed. On the far side, Townsend. Now to Miller. Miller out top to Cameron. Cameron now to Townsend, far side to Miller. 3:35 left to go in the third quarter of play. With the basketball, it's Terrell Reed. On the far side now, Cameron. Almost a steal by Markham, but Townsend saves it. Now rifles a pass underneath to Cameron. Shots up and good. Nice move by Eric Cameron, splitting the defenders. Bider attacks at the other end, lays it up off the glass, partially blocked. Now the loose ball is knocked out of bounds by Ryan Richards, and it will be Highland Park's basketball. Coming into the Scott lineup is James Williams, the 6'4 sophomore, averaging 6.5 points a game. Highland Park with a 6-point lead, 39-33. We were tied at halftime, 25-25. Goddard led at the end of one quarter, 16-13. 3:07 left to go in the third quarter of play. With the basketball, Townsend. Townsend holding the basketball. Now gives it off to James Smith. A whistle and a traveling call against Smith. And James has been whistled for traveling the last couple trips down the floor. Into the lineup now will be Aaron Neal for Highland Park. 2:59 left to go in the third quarter of play. A 6-point lead for the Scots. Lions with the basketball. Aaron Page, high post, turns, shoots a 15-footer and gets it. Aaron Page gets his 10th point of the ball game, or 12th point of the game, and it's 39-35. On the far side, the basketball is Neal. Neal out top to Townsend. 3-point shots up. Nothing but net. Robert Townsend gets his first basket of the second half. He's got 20, and it's 42-35. With the basketball, quick pass inside to Page. Page back out to Markham in the corner to Page. Turnaround jumper from 15. Sweet! Aaron Page gets his 14th point of the game. He's caught on fire here in the second half. He has 10 points here in the third quarter alone, 42-37. There's a drive, the basket, shots up and good by Townsend. Townsend gets his 22nd point of the evening. With the basketball, it's Tyler Bider on the far side now to Markham. Kyle Markham kicks it out to Shepard. Shepard to the top of the key, makes quite a move. Now kicks it to Markham for three. It's up, it's good! Kyle Markham out of the corner for three. 44-40, a 4-point lead for Highland Park. With the basketball, Buster Miller. Miller gives off to Neal. Neal near side in the corner to Williams. Williams for three, it won't go. Rebound hauled in by Kyle Markham. Outlet pass down court to Tyler Bider. He launches a three-pointer, won't go. Rebound Page, follow shot, too strong, no good. Rebound Townsend. Townsend will bring the ball up, gives off on the far side to Miller. Miller working with it on the far side, 1:15 left. Out top to Eric Cameron, now to Neal. Neal gives off to Williams. Williams holding the basketball, makes a move in the lane, stops, kicks it back to Cameron. Out top to Buster Miller, near side to Neal. 1 minute left to go in the third quarter of play. With the basketball, it's Williams. Williams far side to Miller. Miller holding the basketball. And now Townsend launches a long three-pointer. It's off, no good. Rebound hauled in by Ryan Richards for the Goddard Lions. Bider brings it up across the timeline, makes a move. Now kicks across court. There's a drive in the lane by Shepard. Back out top to Page. Far side to Bider. He drives, kicks it off to Richards. Back out top, near side. There's Shepard for three. It's up. It's good! Jeff Shepard gets his third three-pointer of the ball game. And it's 44-43. We got a one-point ball game. 20 seconds left to go in the third quarter, and the Lions have come battling back after falling behind by 10. Buster Miller at the basketball between the rings, dribbling the basketball. The Scots are going to hold for one last shot. Ken darting up, giving instructions. Neal gives to Cameron. Cameron on the far side, going for a steal. Markham couldn't get it. Save. There's Miller, a running one-hander. It's good at the buzzer. Buster Miller rolls it in. And our score at the end of 3 quarters of play is Highland Park 46 and Goddard 43. We'll be back with the fourth quarter of basketball after this 60-second timeout. Welcome back to the Landon Arena at the Kansas Expo Center. Jeff Shepard will key in the basketball for the Goddard Lions to start the fourth quarter. The Lions trail by 3 with the basketball. Bider in the forecourt gets a pick. Now far side to Markham. He launches a three. It's up. It's off the iron. No good. Battling for the rebound. It's pulled down by Miller for the Scots. Highland Park with the basketball. Far side to Aaron Neal. Neal looking inside. Bounce pass to Hofer. Hofer walked with the basketball. He took 2 hops. The first one you can get away with. The second one, the officials said that's a no-no. And it's a turnover against the Highland Park Scots. 7:39 left to go in the basketball game. The winner plays 2 more ball games. The loser calls it a season, a great season. With the basketball out top, it's Richards. Near side to Bider. Bider gets a pick, drives, now open, launches his 15-footer and gets it. Tyler Bider gets his 4th point of the ball game. And it's 46-45. Highland Park with a 1-point lead. Near side with the basketball, Williams. Williams out top to Neal. Neal near side to Miller. Miller holding the basketball in the corner to Williams. Williams looking inside. We're at the 7-minute mark. Hofer muscles up a shot, puts it up, and he stepped out of bounds. Hofer made a strong move on the baseline, got the reverse layup, but he stepped out of bounds. They waved the bucket off. Into the lineup now, Aaron Page for Goddard. The Lions have the basketball, trailing by 1 with 7:01 left to go in this contest. This ball game has been close. At one time, Highland Park did stretch out to a 10-point lead, and Goddard came battling right back. There's a pass inside to Hosey. He had to fight for it. Hosey in the lane, now kicks it out to Markham. Markham tries to drive, falls, sets on top of the ball, but didn't walk. Great athletic ability. Now Bider is going to be fouled by Hank Harris. Hank Harris, a 5'9" freshman in the lineup for Highland Park, whistled for the foul. And it'll be Goddard's basketball on the far side. Not many fouls called here in the second half. Inbounds pass goes to Tyler Bider. Bider working with it. Now kicks it off near side to Markham. Out top to Shepard. A little weave at the top to Key. Shepard picks up the dribble, needs some help, gives off to Bider. Now to Page. He fakes, drives the lane. Now kicks it off in the corner. There's Hosey with the 10-footer. Gets it! Matt Hosey puts Goddard on top, 47-46, with 6:18 left to go in the ball game. Near side with it is Hank Harris. Harris gives off to Miller. Miller and Harris playing catch. Goddard set up in a zone. Pass inside, deflected, stolen, but kick right back to Harris. Harris now to Miller, and Highland Park resets the offense. In the far corner, it's Cameron. Underneath, shot, blocked. Reed went up the shot. It got rejected. A nice defensive play. And now Robert Townsend checks into the Highland Park lineup. 5 minutes and 59 seconds left to go in this basketball game. 47-46 our score. Goddard by 1. Buster Miller will key in the basketball for the Scots on the baseline. Looking on the far side. Inbounds pass to Townsend. Shots up, and he gets it. It's a 2-pointer. Townsend gets the basket. He has 24 points, and it's 48-47. With the basketball out top is Hosey. Every possession is critical at this point. Markham gives off near side. Bider for three. It's up. It's good. Tyler Bider knocks down a three-pointer. He has 7. Goddard leads by 2, 50-48. With the basketball, Miller on the far side. Miller dribbling the basketball, top the key, near side to Williams. James Williams back out top to Buster Miller. Miller, far side, dribbling the basketball, looking inside. Now kicks it off in the corner. There's a move by Townsend, guarded by Markham. Now back to Miller, out top to Hofer. Baseline, Williams, shots up from 15, too strong, rebound, Hosey. And now we have a whistle and a foul called in the backcourt against Troy Hofer. Hofer whistled for the foul, that's his first. And it's going to be Goddard's basketball on the baseline. Highland Park's going to set up with some full court pressure. Goddard has the basketball in a 2-point lead, 50-48. 5 minutes left to go in the ball game. Long pass down court to Page. Page forces up the shot, misses. Hosey can't get the rebound. Townsend comes away with it. Townsend brings the ball across the timeline, launches a downtown three-pointer, good! Robert Townsend gets his 27th point, and it's 50-49, or 51-50. 51-50 now, ball knocked loose in the backcourt. Tyler Bider brings it up to the timeline, brings it across. Highland Park back on top. Bider drives to the baseline, out top to Hosey for three. It's good! Matt Hosey nails a three-pointer. He's got 7, and it's 53-51 Goddard. What a ball game. What clutch baskets by both of these basketball teams. Miller near side to James Williams. Now back out top to Miller. Miller working the basketball in the corner to Williams. Looks inside to Hofer. Hofer muscles up a shot, won't go, travels. Hofer just tried to force it up in heavy traffic and walked with it. 53-51, Goddard has a 2-point lead, 4 minutes and 14 seconds left to go in this basketball game. The winner advances to the semifinals Friday. The loser goes to track. And a timeout on the floor. Timeout. Our score is Goddard 53, Highland Park 51. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout. Welcome back to Landon Arena. Goddard has the basketball. Full court pressure by the Scots. With the basketball, Shepard. Shepard pushes it up to the timeline. Gets it across. Works with it on the far side. Picks up the dribble. Being chased by Buster Miller. Now there's an attempted steal by Neal. He's got it. Neal comes up with a huge steal for Highland Park. Puts up a 15-footer and gets it. Aaron Neal stole the basketball. Ties it up. We're tied up at 53-53. Bider gives off in the corner for three. Shot short by Shepard. Rebound Highland Park. Miller on the attack, drives, pulls up for a 12-footer, partially blocked, and a foul called. Now the officials are going to talk it over, and a foul was whistled. Looked like might have been a good defensive play. And the foul is called against Jeff Shepard. That's his first. The third team foul against Goddard. These officials are letting him play, and Buster Miller at the free throw line. He's got 2 points. This will be his first free throw attempt. We're tied to 53-53. Free throws up, and it's good. Buster Miller gets the first one to fall, and Highland Park has a 1-point lead, 54-53. Second free throw's up and good. Buster Miller gets them both, and Highland Park has a 2-point lead, 55-53. Bider brings it across the timeline, top to key, penetrates, and contact and a foul called. Foul's going to be called against Aaron Neal, and that is his first personal foul, the 15th foul against Highland Park. The key in the basketball will be Shepard. Gives out to Page, far side to Bider, now to Markham. Back out to Tyler Bider. Bider drives the lane, finds Hosey. Now back to Markham. Long three-point shots up and good! Kyle Markham gets his fourth three-pointer of the ball game, and Goddard leads 56-55. 56-55 with 3:15 left. With the basketball, Miller at the top of the key. Near side to Neal, back to Miller. Miller kicks it off on the far side to Terrell Reed. Now they go inside to Smith. Drive on the baseline by Hofer. Puts up the shot, misses. Rebound scrambled for. Hofer gets it back. Drives in, puts up the bucket, misses. Rebound Smith. And what do we have? A traveling call underneath. I can't believe that Troy Hofer didn't get whistled for a charge. He really lowered his shoulder going to the basket. But instead, a traveling call later on. And Goddard will get the basketball with a 1-point lead and 2:55 left to go in the basketball game. Now the players doing a little mop-up duty out there as players hit the floor, and these kids are working hard. They're all just sweating their tails off. Hey, this is the state championship tournament. It's all on the line right here. Inbounds pass. Working with it on the far side is Markham. Gets it across the timeline. Now dishes off to Biter. 15-footer won't go. Rebound battled for. Goes out of bounds. And it's going to be Highland Park's basketball. Goddard thought the ball should go to them. Dan Buchanan not pleased with that call. And you can see here some of the Goddard fans in the background showing their displeasure, we'll say. And now Dan Buchanan's talking to one of the other officials. 2 minutes and 46 seconds left to go in this basketball game. 56-55 our score. And Kyle Markham looks like he's going to have to go to the bench. He may have some blood someplace. Coming into the lineup to replace him is Andrew Womack. And now the trainer hustles over, and they're going to get, oh, he's got a skinned up knee. It's bleeding and blood running down his leg. And so Kyle Markham out of the lineup, and they need his offensive firepower in there as quick as they can. With the basketball, Hofer, near side. Now they go out top to Miller. On the far side to Neal. Neal with the basketball, back out top to Miller. 2:29 left. There's a ball deflected by Hosey, but coming up with this Townsend, and he knocks it down. Robert Townsend gets his 29th point of the game, and the Scots lead 57-56. Now at the other end, the shot's up and goes over the backboard, out of bounds. Into the lineup is Kyle Markham. So Highland Park has the basketball in a 1-point lead, 57-56. Buster Miller will bring the ball up across the timeline. And now Highland Park wants timeout. Timeout on the floor. Our score is the Highland Park Scots 57, the Goddard Lions 56. We'll be back after the 60-second timeout. Welcome back to the Landon Arena. A couple scores. K-State is leading Texas 68-43. Hutchinson leading Olathe 37-33. And here Highland Park with a 1-point lead, 57-56, and Highland Park has spread out the offense. With the basketball out top, it's Miller. Double team, has the ball knocked loose. Miller gets it back. Now stealing it, it's Biter. It's loose on the floor. A wild scramble, and we got bodies flying everywhere. And the officials are going to call a jump ball. And the possession arrow points to Highland Park. Goddard thought there should have been an intentional foul. It got real aggressive going after that basketball. Miller near side to Hofer. He's double teamed. Now gives off to Miller. On the far side now to Robert Townsend. Townsend to Miller. Miller back near side to Williams. We got 1:40 left, and now he walks. Robert Townsend walked with the basketball. Goddard will get the basketball right in front of us. 1:38 left to go in this ball game. The Goddard Lions trailing by 1. Inbounds pass goes to Tyler Biter. Biter brings it up across the timeline between the rings. Gives off on the near side to Markham. Markham out top to Shepard. Shepard drives the lane, tries to dish off. The ball's knocked loose. The ball goes out of bounds. And I think we're going to have, what's the call going to be? A charging foul? We may have a charging foul called against Jeff Shepard. And that is number 2 against Shepard. He was a little out of control as he drove to the basket. And now the Lions are going to apply full court pressure. They got a trap set up. Inbounds pass goes to Townsend. Townsend brings it up to the timeline. The Lions back off now. Townsend drives in the lane, puts up the shot, misses. Rebound hauled in by Hosey. Hosey gives off to Biter. Biter brings it up the far side of the court. Penetrates the lane, dishes off to Page, makes a move, puts up the shot, it's blocked, goes out of bounds. It'll be Goddard's basketball with 67 seconds left to go in this basketball game. Highland Park with a 1-point lead. Goddard with the basketball, 67 seconds left. Inbounds pass. There's a running one-hander by Tyler Bider. Layup, good! He got it. What an inbounds play. And Goddard leads by 1, 58-57. We're inside a minute. With the basketball out top is Townsend. Townsend dribbles to the near side. Gives it back to Miller. Underneath, wide open Troy Hofer. Somebody forgot about Hofer, and he got a backdoor layup. 59-58. With the basketball, Bider drives, kicks it off to Page. 10-footers, good! Aaron Page hits a huge bucket. 60-59 Goddard. Down court near side. Williams on the near side. Forces up a shot. Won't go. Rebound Hosey. Hosey has the ball knocked loose. A wrestling match for the basketball. Jump ball has been called. We got 4 guys fighting tooth and nail for the basketball. And it's going to be a jump ball. I think the possession arrow points to the Goddard Lions. 27 seconds left to go in this basketball game. Goddard with a 1-point lead over Highland Park, 60-59. What a great ball game. Timeout on the floor. Timeout on the floor. It's the Goddard Lions 60, the Highland Park Scots 59. We'll be back with the conclusion of this ball game after this 30-second timeout. Welcome back to the Landon Arena in Topeka. What a great basketball game to kick off this 5A state championship. A phenomenal ball game. Right now the Goddard Lions have a 1-point lead, 60-59. The Lions have the basketball. There's 26 8/10 of a second left. Fouls, well, there's only 5 against the Scots and 4 against Goddard. Inbounds pass to Page. He's hacked from behind by Troy Hofer. And it was an aggressive hack. That will be number 6. That will be number 6 against Highland Park. So we'll not be shooting free throws just yet. To key in the basketball will be Kyle Markham. Markham inbounds to Page. Now they give it back, and reaching in and fouling is Hofer. So Hofer gets whistled for the foul, and that's number 7. And so we are going to walk the length of the court and go to the free throw line. And let's see. Aaron Page at the foul line this year. Let's see what he's shooting 67% at the foul line. He's 52 of 77. 23 seconds left to go in the ball game. And free throws are just humongous at this point in time. The free throw's up. It's good. Aaron Page puts the Goddard Lions up by 2. Now, if he makes this one, it will force Highland Park to go possibly for the 3-point basket. If he misses, Highland Park could win with the 3-point basket. But it's still a 1-possession game either way. The second free throw's up. It's off, no good. Rebound, Hofer. Hofer to Townsend. Townsend is very dangerous. Townsend drives into the lane. Dishes off, baseline. Shots up by Neal. It's off, no good. Rebound knocked loose. Ball's coming right at us. And jumping over the bleachers is Aaron Page. And I'm glad that kid's athletic because he could have landed in my lap. And they're going to give the basketball to Highland Park, I believe. So Highland Park will get the ball back with 12 seconds left. And Aaron Page went flying over the table about 20 inches away from my head. And that'll get your adrenaline pumping, let me tell you. Okay, we got 12 seconds left to go in this basketball game. It's Goddard 61 and Highland Park 59. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout. Welcome back to Landon Arena. 12 seconds left to go in this basketball game. The Goddard Lions leading the Highland Park Scotties 61-59. The Scotties have the basketball. Head coach Ken Darding talking to his Scots. Are they going to set up a three-point play? Are they going to go for two? They got to get a bucket one way or the other to tie up this ball game. And now Goddard wants timeout. Goddard wants timeout, so they're going to talk it over. So all that pregame prep, and it's a big dud right now. Timeout on the floor. Once again, Goddard 61, Highland Park 59. We'll be back after this timeout. Welcome back to Topeka, folks, and hold on to your seats. What a great basketball game. Goddard jumped out to a 16-13 lead at the beginning of the ball game. We were tied at halftime, 25-25. Then in the third quarter, Highland Park jumped out to a 10-point lead, but Goddard came battling back to trail by 3. And now it's down to this. Goddard has a 2-point lead. Highland Park has the basketball. Inbounds pass to Miller. We're at 10 seconds. Townsend out top, makes a move, working with it. There's the shot. We have a foul called. And Robert Townsend's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. The shot was way off the mark, but Townsend has a chance to tie up the ball game at the free throw line. Townsend, what a ball game. The kid has 29 points tonight, and Robert Townsend from the foul line is an 80% free throw shooter. He is 47 of 57, or excuse me, 46 of 57, 80.7%. He's got to make these. Past history doesn't mean a thing. Free throws up, and it's perfect. We may be looking at overtime. It's 61-60 now. Coming into the lineup will be Aaron Neal. Neal replaces Hank Harris. 5 7/10 of a second left. Townsend at the foul line. Eyes the basket. The shot's up, and it's good. Townsend gets them both. We're tied. Highland Park calls timeout. 5 4/10. There shouldn't have been any time tick off the clock, actually. No time should have ticked off the clock because he made the free throw, and they ticked off 0.03 of a second, or 0.3 of a second. And we are tied at 61-61. Now this right here, the key on the basketball will be Jeff Shepard. Shepard can run the sidelines. Okay, here we go. 5 seconds left. They hand the ball to Shepard. It goes to Tyler Bider. Bider streaks up the timeline, finds Aaron Page. He's open from 15, shots up, it's off, no good. Follow shot, no good. And we're in overtime. We're going to overtime, folks. They had 2 shots at the basket, and they couldn't get either one to fall. And so we are going to go to overtime. Goddard Lions 61, the Highland Park Scotties 61. We'll be back with the OT after this timeout. Come back to Landon Arena. Jumping center will be James Smith and Matt Hosey. They jump center to start the overtime. The tip is controlled by the Goddard Lions. Tyler Bider has the basketball in the backcourt. On the far side now to Kyle Markham. Out top to Matt Hosey. Hosey near side going for a steal is Townsend. Townsend comes up. Now he double dribbles. Townsend almost made a great steal, but he couldn't quite get it under control, and then he picked it up and put it back down again, and he double dribbled the basketball, so Goddard will get it back. 3 minutes and 47 seconds left to go in OT. 61-61. What a basketball game. Across the timeline at the basketball, Bider on the far side, Markham. Markham at the top of the key, gives off to Shepard. Back to Markham in the corner for 3. Shots up, it won't go. Rebound hauled in by Page. He takes it back to the glass and scores. Aaron Page gets his 19th point of the game, and Goddard leads 63-61 with the basketball. Miller, far side to Neal. Neal dribbling the basketball out top to Townsend, launches a 3, it's up, it's off, no good. Rebound battled for, picked up by Smith, follow shot's good. Literally, James Smith had to pick it up off the floor and got it back in. We're tied 63-63. Markham makes a move, dishes off to Hosey, out top to Bider. Bider drives the lane, lays it off the glass, misses. Rebound knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be Goddard's basketball. They're going to say it's touched last by Highland Park. 2 minutes and 57 seconds left to go in the overtime. 63-63 our score. Jeff Shepard to key on the basketball. Far side to Hosey. 3-point shot short. Rebound hauled in by Neal. Neal hands the ball to Townsend and now to Miller. Miller brings it across the timeline. Working with it in the forecourt. Coming up next will be the ball game between Hillsborough and Riley County. With the basketball on the far side, it's Miller. Miller working with it Now gives off to Smith. Smith out top to Buster Miller. And we're down to 2:25. The Scotties run a little time off the clock. Now to Townsend, to Neal. Neal back to Townsend. Townsend, what a ball game. He's got 31 points this afternoon. Pretty good day's work right there. Aaron Neal between the rings. Now dribbles to the far side. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left. High post, ball mishandled. They tried to go inside to Hofer. He couldn't find the handle. Bider comes up with it. Bider working with it at the top of the key. Far side to Jeff Shepard. Wide open for three. Shots up and good! Jeff Shepard hits his fourth three-pointer of the ball game. Goddard leads 66-63 with the basketball. Townsend gives off to Miller. On the far side to Neal. Now to Miller. Miller working with it to Neal. 1:40 left to go in this ball game. Miller at the top of the key. Far side to Aaron Neal. Goddard set up in his zone. Highland Park trying to figure out how to penetrate to Smith underneath. Shots up. Off, no good. Foul called against Matt Hosey. Third personal foul against Matt Hosey. And going to the free throw line is James Smith. Smith is 1 for 1 at the foul line. On the season, James Smith is at the foul line, 18 of 19 at the foul line. Wow. Free throws up, and it's good. James Smith shooting 95% from the foul line on the year. That's one whale of a shooting percentage. He's the last guy you want to foul. Free throws up, and it's good. Smith gets them both, and it's 66-65. Goddard with a 1-point lead. Tyler Bider brings the ball up across the timeline. Working with it between the rings. Near side to Kyle Markham. Far side to Shepard. Shepard dribbling the basketball in the forecourt. Gives off to Markham. The Lions with the 1-point lead have spread out the offense. Highland Park's kind of staying back. Now Markham has the ball knocked loose, and it's stolen away by Neal. Neal drives down court, launches a 15-footer off the glass. Good! Aaron Neal hits his fourth point of the game, and it's 67-66. With the basketball, Bider. The Lions trail by 1. Boy, this is going to be a tough loss for somebody. It's going to hurt. With the basketball, there's a three-point shot. It's up. It's good! Kyle Markham gets his fifth three-pointer, and Goddard's back on top by 2, 69-67. 40 seconds left. Townsend to Miller. In the corner to Smith. Smith in the far corner. Kicks it back out top to Townsend. Long three-point shots. Off, no good. Rebound, Hosey. Hosey gives to Bider, and he's fouled from behind by Hofer. Hofer banged into him from behind, and Hosey will go to the foul line. And I'm not sure how many fouls that is against Hofer. That should be number 3. Number 4 against Troy Hofer. 29 seconds left to go in this basketball game. Goddard with a 2-point lead, 69-67. Matt Hosey going to the free throw line. Matt Hosey from the foul line so far this year, shooting 60%. He's 33 of 55. Boy, he needs a couple big ones here. Eyes the basket, the free throw's up, and it's in and out, no good. And the ball goes out of bounds, and slamming it off the body of Highland Park is Aaron Page. What a great effort by Aaron Page to slam the ball off one of the Scotties' bodies. And the key in the basketball will be Jeff Shepard. They have a 2-point lead and the ball. Inbounds pass, far side to Markham. Out top to Bider. Time running down, 23 seconds left. Goddard's going to run as much clock as they can. Markham gives off to Shepard. Near side to Bider. Now back to Markham, and he is fouled by Neal. Neal reached in and grabbed him. And you got to be careful in this situation. If you're too aggressive, they'll hit you with the intentional foul. Going to the free throw line will be Kyle Markham. And Markham at the foul line on the season. Let's check out his numbers. He is a 75% free throw shooter. The free throw's up. It's off, no good. Rebound Smith. So Scotties have a chance. Miller launches a 3-point shot. It's off the glass and good! Holy cow, he gets it from long range. And now on the attack, far side, there's a 3-point shot at the buzzer. It's off, no good. Wait, we got a foul called. We have a foul called. Holy cow, there's no time left on the clock. There's no time left on the clock. Highland Park leads 70-69, but Goddard will go to the free throw line to shoot the shots, and he may be at the line to shoot 3. I think he's going to go to the line to shoot. There is no time, 0-0-0 on the clock. Highland Park with a 1-point lead over Goddard, but Goddard will go to the free throw line to shoot free throws. Stepping up to the stripe is Jeff Shepard. Shepard, let's see what his numbers look like. He is at the foul line, a 59% free throw shooter. He's at the stripe to shoot 3. The first one's up. It's good. We're tied. We are tied. If he makes this one, Goddard will go to the semifinals, and Highland Park will lose just the most heartbreaking way of all time. Oh my gosh, the foul called right at the buzzer. Second one's up. It's bouncing around. It's good! Jeff Shepard has just won the basketball game. Goddard has just won 71-70 on a foul called at the buzzer on a three-point shot. Jeff Shepard, a 59% free throw shooter, knocks down 2 for 2. He has another one coming, but who cares? They're not going to give it to him. Goddard has won this basketball game 71-70. What a great, great, great basketball game to kick off this 5A tournament, and what a heartbreaking loss for the Highland Park Scots. Oh man, these kids fought their heart out, and to lose it with no time on the clock, and there was nothing they could do but watch as Shepard makes the free throws. Woo! I'm not going to survive this week if all the games are like this. What a basketball game. Listen to the fans. Well, I've recouped my composure a little bit. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout to give you a recap on the scores and the final stats of this ball game.